This film footage was shot at an animation filmmaking workshop in Dundas, Ontario. The participants in this workshop were not filmmakers. They were librarians, teachers, and members of the general public. They were there because they were interested in learning something about animation, the mysterious art of making the inanimate move. The workshop was sponsored by the Dundas Valley School of Art, and the success of this workshop has led to several others, including 2 in Toronto, sponsored by the Ontario Film Association. A lot of film has been shot at these workshops, both by and of the participants. This film has been edited from some of that footage with the hope that it will be a help to those who wish to encourage the activity of animation in schools and libraries. Now, if you wish to organize an animation workshop, you need certain things. This animation film was made with 12 matchsticks and a button. An animation film is a series of still frames. Each frame shows a stage in the action. The movement is seen only when the film is projected. The simplest and quickest way of introducing this idea is the flip book. The flip book is a series of drawings of stages in an action. When the pages are flipped, the action is seen. The animated titles at the beginning of this film were done as a flip book, then filmed. Another good introductory animation technique is the handmade film. Magic markers or pen and ink are used to draw on clear leader. Interesting patterns can also be obtained by scratching the newly colored film. Since there are no frame lines on the clear film, some people put lined paper or graph paper under the film to help them register the drawings from frame to frame. Although it is not necessary to worry about frame lines, the film can be thought of as a continuous canvas of color. can be projected as soon as it is dry. There are many ways to set up your camera to shoot an animation film. One of the easiest is to work on the floor or on a low platform with your camera mounted on a tripod above you and your lights at the side. Animation films are usually shot one frame at a time. The matchsticks are moved into position, a single frame is taken. They are moved into another position, another single frame is taken, and so on. The speed of the motion is controlled by the size of the moves. Small moves give a slow motion, large moves give a fast motion. If people are working in groups, the cameraman must be careful that the animator's hand is out of the way before clicking the shutter. Sometimes, when the animator wants to have a pause or hold in the action, he will click several frames. But basically, animation is the art of a single frame. Almost any small object can be animated. This group is working with toothpicks. This is the animating of hair curlers. Some prefer to make their own objects. The marionette in this film was cut out of construction paper. This figure was cut out of thin metal and then painted. Not only objects, but substances can be animated. These hands are working with a figure made from plasticine. On this salt background, a clay figure is being brought to life. This is grass, the garden variety. Here we see coffee being animated on the top of the light box. These hands are doing a mixed media animation. In this case, paper cutouts on a pen and ink drawing colored with magic markers. The drawing in the last example was highly accomplished, but being good at drawing is not the key to animation. The key is understanding how things move. Therefore, a great deal of thought has to be given to what and how much the move should be. Animation is not only fun to do, but it has educational worth, in that it can teach the value of concentration and the give and take of group work. In a workshop, there should be time set aside for the screening of films. Not only should professional films be shown, but the participants should be encouraged to bring in any that they have made. should also be time set aside for the exchange of ideas and refreshment. Not all animation animates the inanimate. Pixelation is a technique in which people are animated. But through the magic of the single frame, they move in ways not normally possible for humans. The actor takes a position, a single frame is taken. The actor moves to a new position, the shutter is again released, and so on. Grant Munro is here teaching the actors how to decide the size of their moves. He is also explaining to them the importance of pauses and holds of a few frames at critical moments so that audiences will have time to take in all the action. Pixelation is a sort of single frame mime, but the pixelator does not try to mime normal ways of behaving. Rather, he creates new ways of acting and behaving from out of his imagination. As we saw in the episode of the self-threading projector, the animation of objects and the pixelation of people can be mixed together. Because of the time needed to process the film, it is unlikely that the participants will be able to see the results of their labors during the workshop. There should be another meeting set up as soon as possible to screen and discuss the films, and perhaps to talk about the possibility of further workshops. Well, we've come to the end of our film on workshop organization. As a special reward for staying to the end, we are going to show you an example of single frame pixelation and continuous run shooting at speeds other than the usual 24 frames a second. This unchoreographed cat, for example, was filmed at 6 frames a second. In this case, the washing was hung up in a mixture of single frame and 6 frames a second shooting. Okay, I think that'll do.